Hi, grade 10 students. This is our third video about simplifying rational expressions. So we're going to start now by the third video as we said. Suppose you want to do sum with like denominator like this one here. So if you have same denominator 3y and 3y, all you do, you just add the numerator and the same denominator is the same for both. So 4 plus 7, it's 11 over 3y, and you know that y cannot be 0 because you cannot divide by 0. Here I have also the same denominator, which is x minus 2 and x minus 2. I just add the numerator, 3x plus x, 4x over x minus 2. X cannot be 2. Here you have x minus 2 and 2 minus x. We said in the other video, you can write it as x minus 2, but instead of this plus you put minus. So because you have same denominator for both, it will be 3x minus x, which is 2x over x minus 2, and x cannot be 2. Here you have 3x squared minus x minus 2, and the same here. So you have both same denominator. What we do, we add the numerator. You have 7x plus 5. The minus is for the whole expression, so it will be minus 4x and minus 3, because minus is for both. So 7x minus 4x, it will be 3x. 5 minus 3 is plus 2. We're going to be sure that we don't have common factor up and down. So let me try to write down 3x plus 2 if it exists. If it doesn't, so we stop here. So I'm going to put 3x plus 2 to see if we can cancel it by the 1 up. So 3x squared divided by 3x is x. Minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1. Let me check if it's correct. The coefficient of x, you have minus 3x plus 2x is minus x, so it's minus x, correct. So this factorizing is correct. I can cancel these two. I'm left with 1 over x minus 1, and x cannot be 1. Here you have q squared minus 4 and q squared minus 4, so we can add the numerator. So it's 7q minus 3, and the minus for both. So it's going to be minus 6q minus minus 5, it will be plus 5. So it's a q, and here you're going to get plus 2. We know that q squared minus 4 is q plus 2 into q minus 2. I can cancel these two. So I'm left with 1 over q minus 2, where q cannot be 2. So suppose now we're going to do with unlike denominator. The denominator is different like here. So what do? We must have the same denominators. So that's why we do the least common multiple. So first of all, we're going to start by the number. You have 6 and 2. I know many of you, if you want to do least common multiple, we did it in class. So it's 6. And if you want to do step by step, a common divisor for both is 2. So if you divide by 2, here you're going to get a 3. Here you're going to get a 1. So here I'm done. So here I have a 3. So if you put 3, I'm going to get here a 1. So the least common multiple for 6 and 2 is 6. X and x squared, you take the same, because you have x here and you have x, you take the x but the highest power. Since the power here is 1 and here the power is 2, so I pick what? The highest power, which is 2. So now what do? I divide 6x squared by 6x. Let me start by the number. 6 divided by 6 is 1, so you keep 5 as it is. X squared divided by x is x, so I multiply this x up. Or I compare the two. You have 6x, you have 6x squared. So missing to get 1x, I put it up. So 5x. Here I have x squared, here I have x squared. You have 2 and 6. So remains to multiply by 3 to get 6. So multiplying by 3 down, so I multiply up by 3, so it will be 5x plus 9. Or I divide 6x squared by 2x squared, so if you divide 6x squared by 2x squared, you're going to get x squared and x squared cancel out. You're going to get what? 3. So you multiply here by 3. X cannot be 0. Here the same thing. You have 7 and the 3, so the least common multiple is 21. Y4 and y square, you put y, but the highest power of it, which is y4. Now you compare, you have y4, here you have y4, here I have 7, here I have 21, so I need to multiply to get 21 3, not to change anything. I multiply down by 3 as we said to get this one, and I multiply up by 3, so it's 9. Here you have 3, here we have 21, so I must multiply by 7, so I multiply up by 7, so I'm going to get 7 times 2 14. You have y square, here you have y power 4, so I need to get y power 4, I need to multiply by y square, so I multiply up also by y square here, so you're going to get 14y square. So condition y cannot be 0. When you have a number, it means as if you have it over 1. I'm going to start by the number 2 and 6, so it is 6. X and x square, I put x square with the highest power. Here I have y power 1 and here I have y power 1, so I put y power 1. So this is the least common multiple of these two. So we start. 2 times what equal to 6 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. X square, so missing x, so I put x up. Y I have it. So minus, let's go to the second one. 6x square y, 6x square y, so nothing is missing, so I put minus 5. Here 2 over 1, so missing the whole expression. 6x square y times 2, it will be 12x square y. Condition, x cannot be 0 and y cannot be 0. Here I have d minus 1. A parenthesis is considered to be as one unit. You cannot split a parenthesis. So the least common multiple will be the product of these two. So if I compare this one with this product, I have more d plus 2. I multiply it here, as you can see, minus 2. If I compare this one with that one, so I have more d minus 1. I multiply it here. So 3d plus 4 minus 2d plus 2. 3d minus 2d is d. 6 plus 2 is 8. So condition d cannot be 1 here and d cannot be minus 2. Here I have c square minus 1. We know it's c minus 1 into c plus 1 because it's of the form a square minus b square. Here, as you can see, like in the second video, 1 plus 1, 2 minus 2 is 0. So if you replace c by 1, you have 0. So one of the root directly is c minus 1. And to find the other root, for instance, c squared divided by c is c, minus 2 divided by 1 is minus 2 divided, sorry, by minus 1. Minus 2 divided by minus 1 is 2. Let us check. 2c minus c is c. So we factorize here. Now we're going to do the same denominator. So I'm going to repeat. We factorize this one and we factorize this one. Now I put all factors. I have c minus 1, c minus 1. I put c minus 1 with the highest power. Since here it's 1 and here it's 1, the highest power here is 1. I have c plus 1. I put c plus 1. I have c plus 2. I put c plus 2. Now I compare this one with that one. So c minus 1, c plus 1, I have it. Missing c plus 2, so I need to multiply here c plus 2, not to change anything. I multiply up by c plus 2. If I compare these two, we have c minus 1 and c plus 2. Missing c plus 1, so I put c plus 1 here, not to change anything. I multiply up by c plus 1, as you can see. 2c plus 3c is 5c. 4 plus 3 is 7. C cannot be 1, nor minus 1, nor minus 2. More problems. Here you have 2y plus 10. I can put 2 in factor. Y plus 5. And I copy the rest. I cannot do anything here. So the same denominator is, you have 2 and 5. Least common multiple as number is 10. I have y plus 5 and y plus 5. I put y plus 5 with the highest power, which is 1, because here it's 1, here it's 1. Now I compare this one to that one. I have y plus 5, y plus 5. Here I have 2, here I have 10. To reach 10, I must multiply by 5. So here I multiply by 5, I'm going to get 25. Y plus 5, y plus 5, I have it, so missing 10. So I multiply here by 10, so minus 30. Here I have 5, here I have 10, so missing 2. 2 times 5 is 10, so 2 times 2 is 4. I don't have here y plus 5, so to get y plus 5 I must multiply up by y plus 5. So I'm going to get 25 minus 30 minus 4y minus 20. So minus 4y, 25 minus 30 is minus 5, and minus 20 here minus 25. Here y square minus 2y plus 1, a plus b, or you know a square minus 2ab plus b square, it's y minus 1 square. Here if you do a plus b plus c, 1 plus 1 minus 2 is 0, so one of the root is 1, so y minus 1 is a factor. Y squared divided by y is y, minus 2 divided by minus 1 is plus 2, or you can do delta and do the factors. Here I can put 2 in factor, so y minus 1. Now the least common multiple between these three here that we have, so I put 2 as first step, the number. I have y minus 1 square, here y minus 1 power 1, here y minus 1 power 1, so the highest power is y minus 1. Because the highest power is 2, I put y minus 1 square. I have y plus 2. So let me start. I compare these two first of all. So here and here, I have y minus 1 square, y minus 1 square. What's missing? 2. 2 times 7 is 14. I have here y plus 2. Here I don't have it, so I multiply it up. Here I have y minus 1, y plus 2. So missing y minus 1, I multiply it up. But I don't have 2. Here I have 2, so I must put 2 up, which is 6. Now remains this one. I have only y minus 1, but since I have y minus 1 square, so I must multiply up by y minus 1. I have more y plus 2, so I put y plus 2. The 2 I have it, so I keep the number 3. I expand 14y plus 28 minus 6y plus 6. Here y times y is y squared times minus 3 minus 3y squared. 2y minus y is y times minus 3 is minus 3y. Minus 1 times 2 is 1. Here I have something, no, 1, yes. Sorry, minus 1 times 2 is minus 2 times minus 3 is plus 6. So you're going to get minus 3y squared minus 6y plus 14y is 8y. 8y minus 3y is 5y. 28 plus 12 is 40. Condition y cannot be 1 nor minus 2. Now here I have the last one. So this is over 1. So the least common multiple is y. So if you compare here, you have y more. So you multiply up by y. Y and y you have it. So you keep it as it is. Here over 1 also. This common multiple 5y. So to get here 5y, I must multiply up by 5y, which is 10y. Here 5y and 5y the same, so we keep minus 7. So you write this one times the inverse of this one. You switch, you flip. So y and y cancel out, so I'm left with 5 into 3y plus 2 into 10y minus 7. Condition this cannot be 0. It means y cannot be 7 over 5. So I want you to do the homework. Here you have all same denominator, you just add the numerator as we did before. Here different denominator, for example here the same denominator is 15a. Okay, so 15a. I want you to do this problem. Now you compare 3, I have a and a missing 5, so I multiply here by 5. Here you have 3 times 2 6 and missing a in 6a. I want you to do this problem. Also here you have same denominator, nothing difficult. Also here the same, here the same, here the same, here over 1. So the same denominator will be x plus 2. So you must multiply here 9 by x plus 2. Here the same thing, and you continue this. So I want you to do and take serious these videos. This is the third video, and I hope to see you soon in class. Take care.